What up? What up? What's going on? I hope everybody is having an also blessed. Oh, child, what day is it? Saturday, Lord Jesus. Saturday. Okay, let's see here. So I have a few different stories. I'm trying to debate which one I should read first. Um, mm, 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 mm. I don't know. Let's turn the camera on first. Hey, y'all. Hey, hey. Whew. Okay, let me see. Hmm. There was one. This is the one I think I want to read. It is. Child. This is a good one. Because at first, we let's get into it. Am I the asshole for aborting my ex fiance's baby, even though it may be his only chance? So, just the title is really, really what got me. Like, it's an ex fiance. Maybe that's why. But then, why would you care about if it's his only chance or not? Like, but anyway, so this is very, very, very lengthy with a lot of updates and a lot of, but I don't know. I just kind of enjoy. Have about halfway through, I stopped reading because I kind of want to give my genuine, like this is what I thought and why, or this is what I'm getting, like my natural reactions. But anyway, it says, okay, hefty title. I know. I don't want this to be as long as I'm on a time limit, so I'll be quick. Baby, quick is exactly what she was not. I don't know where she found the extra half an hour, but apparently she found it. I, 30 female, have been dating my now ex fiance, 35 male, for 5 years. From my knowledge, our relationship was perfect. He was a gentleman. Let's, that, see the first, first sentence out the gate. She said, from my knowledge, our relationship was perfect. Who else's knowledge? Never mind. He was a gentleman, a sweetheart, kind, and genuine. All the things I've ever wanted. A little over a week ago, I started feeling pretty sick and nauseous. The possibility of being pregnant really didn't even enter my mind, as I'll explain. But I took a test anyway and it came back positive. Took another to be sure, and yeah, I'm pregnant. It hurts because I was genuinely so happy at the news, just being really giddy and excited. For context, here it comes. My ex boyfriend has little to no sperm. Child, not, girl, wait, this sentence right here. Not sure of the medical term, but his balls are too hot, basically. Part of me wants to look up that medical term just because I've never heard of such a thing, but I guess there is a such a thing. So now I want to know what the such a thing is. Anywho, my ex has always wanted to be a dad, That's been his dream since I met him. And when we both had fertility testing, when we started trying, he was crushed learning about his infertility. He went on a pretty bad spiral briefly with alcohol that was hard to watch. So they've only been together for 5 years. So I wonder at what point, a couple things, what point they decided to get fertility testing, and then how long he was into this alcohol. Like, because she said he had a he went on a pretty bad spiral and briefly with alcohol, and that was hard to watch. So a lot has transpired in 5 years. All right. So anyway, it literally says anyway. Anyway, you can understand how excited I was to tell him of all this. I left work early and headed home. I tried phoning him, but didn't get any answer. Baby, she's about to like nose dive right into this shit. She them little sentences where she like gave whole 5 years of history. She said, I ain't wasting no more motherfucking time. She said, he was in our bed effing an escort. I genuinely can't even explain the heartache I felt walking through the house looking for him and hearing them together. The absolutely disgusting thing she was saying about me. Apparently, she got off on the fact that he was cheating. Hmm. Where's my little stick when I need my little tapping stick? We're gonna use this paintbrush. The way I would have told into both their asses. Because if she's talking crap and it says apparently she got off on the fact that he was cheating, then bitch, you knew. You knew about me. So both y'all need y'all ass whooped. Usually I'm like, oh, it's not her, it's him. He's the one you're in a relationship with. But bitch, when you think you taking my man, oh, I'm finna fight you too. Yep. She says, I lost my shit, crying and yelling, dragged her out of the house by her hair, and just started screaming at my ex. Girl, hold on, let me put this down. Bravo, baby. Bravo. Let me tell you, if he wasn't able to have kids before this, he sure wouldn't have been able to have kids after it. Anyway, he was apologizing, saying he didn't mean to, that he was very sorry, and that it was just sex, that and that he loved me. The fucking cheater handbook. I was so angry and hurt. I really shouldn't have, but I just blurted out that I was pregnant and will be booking a visit to the clinic ASAP. Let me turn this light down. Like, hey, Ronnie Q. Oh, I'll be booking a visit to the clinic ASAP. He didn't believe me at first, so I threw my test at him. He started crying a little and then asked if I cheated. I told him it didn't matter either way because I was terminating it and I left. He's been messaging me constantly, showing up to my parents' place, apologizing and begging me for not to terminate. It hurts because I wanted this baby too. It's not like it's an easy decision, but I can't keep it. I know that I'll always be tied to him for the rest of my life, and I refuse to let that happen. I'm grateful for my baby because they helped me find out my ex was cheating, but I just can't keep it. My ex has just been sleeping in his car outside of my parents' house. He caught me one time on the way to work and said that I didn't even have to be in his life or the babies, that I can sign away all parental rights and to just please let him have this opportunity. But I mentally can't. I know that if I kept it, I wouldn't be able to just give it away. I booked an appointment next week, earliest I can do. So, am I the asshole? I feel a bit morally conflicted, especially since this might be his only chance of having his own biological kids, which he desperately wants. So there is one update, two update, three updates. Goddamn, four updates. It looks like there's four updates. So before I get into any updates, let me scroll back to where I was, where I can't find it. Um, do I get why she's morally conflicted? Yes and no. Is she the asshole for wanting? Because, like, she never said if she did it or not. Well, I guess let me go back up because her title says, "Am I the asshole for aborting my ex fiance's baby, even though it may be his only chance?" So I'm guessing that she did. I guess we'll have to find out in the updates. Hey, Peach. But I mean, I get, like, the baby didn't do it. Like, I don't know. This is kind of a tricky one. Um, but like I said, if he couldn't have kids before, he damn sure wouldn't have been able to have any after the fact. Cause the way I would have took his, the way I would have took his dick, and it came out looking like this. By the time I was done, I would have taken his dick and just folded it in half and shit. Yeah, it would not have been nice. Side note, if you like you're not a big cough drop person, but you like green apple, these right here are fire. It literally tastes like a green apple candy, but it soothes your throat. Fire. But anyway, so yeah, the way I would have made it so it would have been damn near impossible anyway. Is neither here nor there. Do I think that she should take a baby's life just because her fiance cheated on her? No. I think she's an asshole for that. I definitely think she's an asshole for that. Because the way I would have made his life miserable for the next 18 years, 19, possibly 23, 24, I would have encouraged that child to become a doctor so that I could torture this man for his whole motherfucking life. My mom used to buy that brand insurance. They don't taste like, no, they don't. This apple fire. Are you over there? Over the video games here? I hope you're feeling that. Oh, yes. I mean, I've been over it for a couple weeks, but I'm like I said, I'm just still having like a little breathing problems. They used to come in Cairo. Oh yeah, that was a long time ago then. Okay, so let's get to her first update, child. Edit. Well, I guess I don't know if this. Okay, so let me take that back. There's two edits and an update. So let's get to the first edit. It said, "Wow, sorry, didn't expect to have so many responses. I'm a bit emotional and it's given me a lot to think about. I just like to add that I'm in no way doing this for revenge or for retaliation." I'm telling you, it couldn't be. Because the way I would have retaliated by keeping that baby and making your ass suffer for years to come, baby. Yeah, I have no idea. Well, and I think part of his issue, Sarani Q says, "I wish more fathers would step up to the plate when the mother doesn't want to go through with having a child. And I think partly his biggest thing is because he was told he would never have kids, that his balls is hot. The balls is hot. The balls is hot. The balls is hot. The balls is hot. Oh, sorry. Anyway, um, but yeah, I think that's a big part of it. And I was talking to a guy the other day who was a single father of four. So, now, did I ask him why? Like, do I know if the mother passed away or anything? I don't know why, but he did tell me he was I was somewhere and I was talking about being a tumbler maker, and the person was like, "Oh, a tumbler? What is a tumbler? You must have kids to know what a tumbler is." So I asked this other person, "Excuse me, do you have kids?" No, that's not what I asked. I said, "Excuse me, do you know what a tumbler is?" And he was like, "Yes." I was like, "Do you have kids?" And then he was like, "Yes, I'm a single father of four." So that's how the conversation kind of went. But he did know what a tumbler was. So maybe you do. I don't know. Hey, precious pieces. I don't have any kids, so I don't know how to feel about that. And that's the other thing. But I agree with her. I don't think that I would have been able to carry it and then give it away either. So I kind of get that. So back to the update. Let's get back to the edit. I mean, um, so okay, I'm just gonna start over because I don't know. Okay, here it is. I just like to add that I'm in no way doing this for. Oh, I read that part. There's not. That's not my own. My somebody. Look, some of these people need to have some kind of editing software downloaded because trying to read that shit is like what? Hey, Michi. Okay, that's not my thought process at all. It's purely just me. And I don't really care if it sounds selfish, but I don't feel like I'll be happy if I have this child. I'm thinking about myself, but I genuinely can't express how much I love him. So the hurt of possibly ruining this chance for him, especially when I saw how distraught he was when he, how distraught he was. I think she's saying when he was told that it's unlikely he'll have kids is a lot to deal with. So, I mean, you know, it's okay to love a cheater, baby. It's okay to love a cheater. You just have to make sure they ass don't cheat no more. And seeing that he was cheating with an escort, let me say this in a way. I'd rather you cheat with an escort than really like be in a cheating relationship where like this is somebody that you're emotionally tied to, y'all talk to on the phone every day, like all that kind of stuff. An escort, like for real, like do I think it's right to treat with anybody? Of course not. But I'd much rather it be with an escort. Edit number 2. Sorry, I can't reply as much as I'd like to, as there's a lot. I only expected a couple of replies, so it's a bit overwhelming. I'm not in the best state of mind. I'm not. I guess that's what she was trying to say. I'm not in the best state of mind. So there's some things I missed when writing my post, but I'm just too tired right now. Thank you all for your words. I'm going to log out since it's a bit much. You know, it's kind of like these YouTube streets. You, ugh, sorry, I was crossing my legs, child. You think that you're venting or you're just putting a little something out here like um I'm going to make something up. Disclaimer, I'm making something up. Disclaimer, I'm about to make something up. If I came on here and I was like, my husband, he goes to work 50, 60 hours a week, but we just got a foreclosure letter. And I don't understand, because if he's working 50, 60 hours of work week, he should have way more, you know, way over the amount of money that he needs to pay the mortgage, all the bills, and then have some left over. So I just don't understand how we got this workload. Like, if I just came on here and vent, child, you don't know who won't see that, and you don't know how many comments and replies and people that's about to be in your business. Like, you just don't know. Like, maybe some of us know how the social media thing works better than she does, because this was a pretty hefty, like, the title was hitting enough where she should have known people were going to read it and probably respond. Okay, so now for the update. Update. I didn't mean for this to be a political post, which it turned into apparently. Hmm, that's interesting, because even though I read these stories, I really never read the comments. I never really get into the comments, because I'll be honest, that ain't what I'm there for. I'm there for the I'm at an asshole story. But apparently, this had turned into a whole political post, which I'm sure we all know what the political post was. Whether it was, my body, my choice. I'm who knows. But I'm sure that that's where it headed. But I didn't expect this to blow up so much. I can't really reply to everyone, but I'll clarify some things and end it before leaving. Bullet point number one: I'm considering an abortion because he cheated. Yes, it's in no way an attempt to get revenge or be spiteful. If it was, I wouldn't have posted this. I would have just done it. My dilemma was more so me feeling like shit, knowing how badly he wanted a child of his own and how I might be taking this away from him. Apparently, people can type, but they can't read. Because how many times has she said that? That's like the third time, ain't it? Like, so apparently, you motherfuckers can type, but you can't read. Because she said that. So why did she have to say that in a following update? I don't know. So now, for the final time, I am. Oh, now. Oh, okay. Never mind. Let me be. See, I'm reading the words before they come out of my mouth, so I thought it said something that it wasn't about to say. It says, "So no, for the final time, I am not aborting to get back at him." I thought she was gonna say I'm not aborting, but so she's not aborting to get back at him. I think we were all clear, at least the people who could read and comprehend. Where's my read and comprehend? Regarding the escort, I say escort loosely because that's what I'm told. Ah, see how I just said that I'd rather it be an escort than somebody that you're like really fully in a relationship with? See, I'm starting to feel like maybe she doesn't believe that. But I'm gonna continue reading. But besides from what he's messaging me that I'm not replying to, I have zero context. I don't need the context. And I honestly, I don't care anymore. Based on what a lot of you are saying regarding her, if she wasn't an escort and his girlfriend, great. She can have him. If she was an escort, then yeah, it fucking sucks that 5 years together would make him seek an escort to insult me like that. See, I was just going to say that. I was going to stop in the middle of the sentence and say that if she's just an escort, where is she getting all this gloating from? Like, why is she like? Because if you remember at the beginning of the story, when she was like, could hear them in the bedroom, she said that the lady was saying some disparaging things about him cheating, like disparaging things about her, and like kind of making fun of him cheating. So my question is, bitch, if you're an escort, stay in a hooker's place. Stay in a pussy selling bitch's place. Why are you talking about me? So that kind of makes me wonder if that's really the truth. Mm. Another bullet point. I haven't aborted. Not sure how many people missed that point, but my appointment is next week. I am still pregnant. Next bullet point. I haven't cheated. Some people assume so based on my lack of reply. I wish I did because at least this shit show would be easier, but I haven't. The baby is his. I said it doesn't matter because at the time it didn't, whether he was the father or not. I'd still be aborting. Now, see, now that's a lie. Let me tell you where her lie is right there. She said, I haven't cheated. Some people assume based on my lack of. She said, I wish I did because at least this shit show would be easier. No, it wouldn't. No, it. Because, baby, if you was cheating and then you found out you was pregnant, but then you assume that your fiance couldn't have kids, then you're like, you probably would have had to leave the fiance because were you going to tell him that you were pregnant, always assuming that he couldn't even have kids anyway, and then be with this person that you were cheating with, which we all know that that relationship wasn't going to work because you lose them how you get them. So if you got them because he was cheating with you and got you pregnant, don't be mad if that happens. Like, how does she think that whole thing was going to be easier? Like, they would both be on equal playing fields, but nothing about that sounds easy. None of well, bitch, where the fuck does that sound easier? I, okay, think that's it for the clarifications. I don't really care about adding anything else since I got the answer to my initial question. Thank you all for the replies and comments. Unfortunately, I've had a couple of messages, group message requests with some shit stuff. People calling me a baby killer, a beast, whatever. It's expected. But thanks to all of the kind hearted people who took the time to post a message to me, I probably have I probably have read it, just not replied. Sorry, I'm getting a message. Okay. So it's really shitty that people called her out of her name and called her all those things. Like, she's already dealing with enough, like, I'm sure emotionally after what she experienced with the boyfriend or the fiance. Um, but I will give them some credit. At least you jumped into her inbox and told her directly. I mean, at least you did directly. At least you weren't some behind the scenes key. I mean, you probably still are behind the scenes keyboard warriors, but at least you brought it to her directly and didn't email it to somebody else to have somebody else put it out. Anyway, um, I didn't really think that this would cause a stir, but it did. Wasn't my intention at all. I probably delete my account as I got my answer. But as of now, I'm delaying the abortion. It's not that I'm not going through with it. I just think it's a good idea for me to think things over a bit more regarding my emotions. Maybe speak to someone more professional. Anyway, thanks. You've all helped me a lot, more than I thought you would anyway. My heart feels a bit less heavy. Have a good evening. And that's the final update. So is she the asshole? I'd love to hear your opinions on if she's the asshole or not. But now, kind of curious as to what some of these people have said in their responses. Okay, let's the very first like one after this is the very first paragraph. Here's her story ended, so we're gonna go ahead and look at that. See, some of these abbreviations that they use, I don't know what the fuck they mean. Oh, I'm guessing this means not to assume. You know what? Let me tell you something. Nope. I noticed that I said this was gonna be my channel for cussing and fussing, but I'm not. Not today. Not today. Anyway, so NTA, I'm believing it is not to assume. So NTA, if he booked an escort to your home and she was talking like that about you, it's because he wanted her to. If he's comfortable acting this out in bed, this isn't the first time. If this isn't something you can accept and move on from, and no one could expect you to, then don't bring a baby into this situation. Move on, find someone who will treat you right, and have a family you want then. You're not an incubator for a man who doesn't respect you. I like that comment. I like that comment. Um, you know, he kind of said go ahead and abort, but at the same time, he was like, look, if you can't do this, I get it. If you can't deal with having a baby, I get it. Do what you got to do, move on, find somebody else, have a family. So I kind of like that. Now, hey, could that be that man's kink? Very well could be. Very well could be. So some people are responding to that comment. Someone said 100% this. Someone said it's because he wanted her to. Someone said, yep, I came to say this. He absolutely requested that the escort say those things. Disgusting. Someone said the petty part is so delighted he cheated on her, only to face the reality that, oh no, consequences. He had a chance to be a father, but his piss poor decisions ruined it. I'm so happy OP is cutting off all her losses. Good for her. What a shitbag her ex is. I like that one. I almost feel like that's somebody's mom. What's the name? Oh, he's a firefighter. I'm assuming it's a she because it's like, I'm going to cover this part up just in case somebody text messages me. But you see the little emoji right there? It's like a little girl emoji, but it says fit firefighter. So I'm guessing it's a woman. But I like that because it kind of, and it's funny, as soon as I moved my hand, a message went back up in the sky. Um, yeah, like, isn't that, this is like grade school basics. Actions have, negative or bad decisions, all that has consequences. Like, oh no, like you fucked around and found out that that's it. That's it. He fucked around and found out. He fucked around and found out that on one particular day, his nuts was cooled down and shot out what it needed to shoot out and got his fiancee pregnant, all while he was fucking around and ended up finding out. And guess what he got? He got consequences. See, I think that not I'm not necessarily speaking on people over the age of 35, but I'm going to say from teenager up to 30ish. I feel like that era, they don't know what fucking consequences are. They were a bunch of spoiled video gaming brats that even though they got straight D's, they still got a cell phone and the newest game console. They don't know nothing about Sunday cleaning and, you know, old school music. Like, that's that generation of fucking around and finding out. And matter of fact, she said what? She was 31 and he was 35. See? Mm-mm. Or he could just be a grown ass fucking man child. Like, let's keep it a buck. Because I think all of us know what a man child is. Here's what I can't figure out about these stories. I can't for the so I figured out obviously what the NTA was. It just took me to read the rest of the sentence, right? To figure out what NTA was. But what the I can't figure out is what the fuck OP is. I can't figure that shit out to save my life. I've been trying for months and months. Actually, I've been on this site since 2012 ish, 13 ish. I never knew what it meant. I still don't know what it means. So if any of you know what the fuck OP means, which OP is describing the person writing the story. So if any of you know what OP is, help us sister out because I can't figure. I'm pretty witty. I can figure most shit out, but OP I can't figure out to save my life. Um, Imagine truly wanting kids and having your only opportunity taken away because you are a complete dipshit and had sex with an escort in your soon to be marital property. Better she found out now rather than later. Let me tell you something. If you gonna get you an escort, take that bitch to the Motel 6. Is it Motel 8? Well, I was gonna say Motel 8. 6. I don't know because I don't stay in motel. Take that bitch where they leave the light on for you. You won't do that nasty whore in my bed? Oh, oh. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up. Original poster. Oh, that might be it. I was thinking something person, child. Original poster. That makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, that's so fucked up too. I didn't even think about that. Like, you not only did you cheat on me with an escort, but you did it in my bed. In my bed. And as an escort, who knows what kind of look, as soon as I'm about to say it, I start itching. Who knows what kind of cooties that bitch got? For lack there better of a better term. She might smell like mustard or something. I don't know. Another person wrote that or she was his girlfriend and she was jealous. So this is responding to trying to follow the lines. I don't know. I think they're responding to the to the escort, but they sound stupid. Like, it really, that or she was his girlfriend and she was jealous. Like, that sounds stupid. Oh, I get, okay, nope, I'm taking it back. I get what she's saying. That rather, it wasn't an escort, but like a side chick, and she was jealous of him having somebody else. I think that's, I think that's what they're saying. It says, I hope OP sees this. The escort might also get off on that, but she wouldn't be doing that if it wasn't customer approved. She said it. I like that. You're not an incubator for a man who doesn't respect you. Someone says, say this again. You're, oh, so they're all winging in on the not an incubator. Okay, let's go. This, somebody wrote this. This, I think this is going. This is a lengthy comment. So I think I'm gonna read this and then maybe we'll be done. It said, "It is not just what he wanted. He paid." And I don't know how they put. Honey, they put paid the prostitute in the darkest, blackest letters. I don't know if y'all can even see it right there. Maybe on this side. I hate looking at shit backwards. Right. And I can't even figure out where I'm going. Right here. Look how dark they got that part. That's beyond bold lettering. But it says, it is not just what he wanted. He paid the prostitute to talk this way about OP. OP, I suggest you take paternity tests while you are pregnant. Not to rub it into his face, but the guy who pays prostitutes to insult you is as low as it could be. What what does one have to do with the other? I'm gonna keep reading. You will need to protect yourself from his future accusations. Okay. And there is zero ethics in his head that could stop him from throwing you publicly under the bus. Take a friend, a parent with you, and get to this test. The test results will be your protection. You are in an awful situation, but unless you yourself have fertility issues, I wouldn't keep this baby. I cannot imagine how painful it will be to be forced to have co-parenting relationship with this scum for the next 19 years. Hmm. It says you are having a peanut gallery and going to comment to eat peanut butter every day for the next 19 years. Wow. You know, they made some good points. Good, that's a very good point. Because I think she said, well, I don't know if she said that he asked if she was cheating, but I know she mentioned that no, she hadn't cheated. But that's a good point because once he gets over his emotional bullshit, is he gonna start pointing the finger like, you know, you did all this just to break up with me? You know, that was never my baby anyway. You were just cheating on me. Da da da. Like, because that could also bring her a lot more pain and heartache in the future. Especially if he starts spreading the rumor, spreading that rumor to their friends, their family, whatever, so on and so forth. I think to protect her reputation in the long run, I would get it done. But at the same time, how many people do you even want to tell about this situation? Like, yeah, that's. But I kind of agree with protecting herself. Um, because he sounds like a dickhead. He sounds like a straight dickhead. And I wouldn't put it past him to do something like that. I just wouldn't. But okay, I am. I'll read his last comment. It said he was apologizing, saying, and they put in bold letters, saying he didn't mean to. So what? The escort appeared suddenly at his house without his knowledge or payment and happened to be with her legs open and he tripped into her? Yeah, okay. Yeah, someone said I never hired an escort, but I feel like it has to involve a good amount of work. Tell me about it, especially without Backpage anymore. Where you going to find? Never mind. I don't want to know because I don't even. Maybe I have to become one because of the mortgage situation. All right, y'all. We are. That was a long one, but that was a good one. I think it's a good one. If you're watching the replay, make sure to leave me a comment in the bottom. Let me know if you guys thought that was a good one too. What do y'all think over in these comments? Do y'all think it was a good one? And what do you think she should do? Do you think she's the asshole? Again, she says she hasn't done it, and this was just posted yesterday, I think, or two days ago. The story was just posted 2 days ago, so she hasn't even made it to her appointment yet. She said it was next week. So, I'd kind of be interested to know what her final decision is. So I'm gonna leave this one saved, and then maybe in a week or 2 weeks or something, you guys can remind me to go back to this story to see if there's any more updates on like if she's said what she's decided, and maybe she won't. Maybe she won't say what she's decided to do, just because of people already attacking her. My mouth is dry from talking. Um, so maybe we'll never get an update because of the idiots that feel like it's their God given right to threaten, harass people. Um, I don't know. She doesn't know how to feel about her relationship. Why bring a baby into something toxic? Well, I think she's very clear on the relationship, Peach. I don't think her knowing how she feels about the relationship is an issue. Like because she's never mentioned possibly going back. Yes, she says she loves him, of course. This just happened this week. So did she fall out of love in a week? No, no. Did she not like him? Possibly even hate him at the same time? Possibly. But I don't get the feeling that she's even thinking about going back. I don't think that's a possibility. I wouldn't have a baby for a man. And I think that's the so then you're saying she's not the asshole. And like the one person said, I agree with them. Life has consequences. See, how do I want to say this? We okay, I'm gonna say it like this, and I can feel this partly because everything that I went through in November with my sister. Doctors are human beings. They're not God. They ain't even Lucifer. They're human beings, and though they can read textbook after textbook and you know practice all these things and do all these surgeries, they're still not God. And there might be a case where they're stumped and they really don't know the answer. They don't know how to fix it. They they there are still diseases and things that have come along that nobody has ever seen before. Um, because well, you know, so they're humans. And just because these doctors told you that you'll never have kids because your balls is hot, your balls is hot, hot, hot. I'm gonna be singing that all night. But just because the doctors told you that didn't mean that you can never have kids. Because we all know in this day and age, there are a million and one ways to have a child. There's surrogacy, there's um, IVF, there's all kinds of different ways that people have kids this way. You know, who says maybe he has a brother? I'm just pulling that out of the air. I don't know if but maybe his brother would be willing to donate his sperm so the baby's still related. There's so many things, and just because some other man or woman, other human told you that you could never have kids, you fucked all that up for a bigger plan that God had for you. Because just because that's what they said, God said different. God saw different. And you fucked it all up. You fucked it all up for having faith in something else. If you have God, if you believe in God and the power of God and miracles and all that good stuff, you might not have thrown your chances out the window for a hooker. Just might not have. Correct. My fiance was told the same thing, and I got pregnant. I didn't carry full term, but I got pregnant. See? And now that him and I aren't together, he has had a son since then. See? Did be these doctors are people. They can tell you anything. And just because I think she said, give me 1 second. Oh, okay, here. For context, my fiance has little to almost no sperm. It only takes one. It only takes one to get there. Did we not all witness that boy jump in that water in Alabama and swim like no other? It only takes one. Everybody else didn't do it. He was the only one that jumped out that boat and swam and beat the ass. Everybody else had to wait till the boat got there or somebody took him over there. It only takes one little swimmer to get the job done, baby. It only takes one. So you fucked it all up. Because I think you're supposed to have. I just heard this like a week or two ago, like how many sperm men are supposed to have. Like 20 million or something like that. It's some high, crazy high amount. But so I'd be interested to know, like, if his count was like 500 versus like 20,000 or something. I think it's 80,000. No, now I got to know. And I ain't crazy, Peach. I saw that. Okay, I was right. So, a normal sperm densities range from 15 million to greater than 200 million. Oh, wait a minute. It says 15 million to greater than 200 million sperm per millimeter of semen. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then another thing said, okay, so it says, is this, okay, so another one was quoting, um, way higher numbers. This one says it should fall somewhere between 39 to 928 million per ejaculation. Oh, well, because the other number was per millimeter. So per ejaculation, it's it's almost like a billion. So just because they said it was low, what was it, 20,000? Like what? I wonder what the lowness was. And then um, when men have balls and no sperm. I need to know what it's called. Oh. It says continuous exposure to high temperatures can cause sperm production to be lower or cause the production of abnormally shaped sperm cells, resulting in infertility. Well, what is it called? It's not telling me anywhere what it's called. I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna try and remember to find out so that we know for the next story. But all right, if you guys, I know some people like the "Am I the Asshole" stories. If you find a good "Am I the Asshole" story, send it to me. Send it to me on Instagram. You can email it to me at war10creates@gmail.com. You can send it to me on Instagram at war10creates. Send it to me if you find a really, really good "Am I the Asshole" story that you want me to read. I read it. I like that. Just be prepared. Like, don't send me your "Am I the Asshole" story because if I say something you don't like, I don't want to hear shit about my response. I don't. Um, so, uh, if you find one, let me know. Send it to me. Shoot me a message somewhere, and I'll definitely read it. But again, I don't think she's the asshole at all. I think he's the asshole. I think he's the asshole. I think he fucked around and found out. I ain't frozen. That's just my side eye face. Yeah, I think he definitely fucked around and found out that it only takes one swimmer to get the job done. With that said, you guys have a blessed night. Um, If you like these stories, make sure to hit the like button, share if you care, all that good stuff. And I will try to be back tomorrow with either another long one. I'll save the long ones to do just one at a time. If I find some more shorter ones, we can do a couple at a time. We've reached the 1 hour mark, so I'm gonna get out of here. I love y'all to pieces, and there ain't a motherfucking thing you can do about it. It ain't. It just ain't. All right. Y'all have a good night. Bye. Oh, and I gotta remember to bring my. If I'm gonna sit in this chair and do these stories, I'm gonna need my little stick, my little red stick from yesterday. Cause this one ain't this paintbrush. It just ain't long enough to tap like my stick was. So we gonna have to get a am I the asshole stick. Ooh, hold on. Let me show y'all what I should use. Ooh, I think it's. I know I said I was leaving. Hold on. I think it's in my little pen holder right here. Ooh, I hope it's here. My daughter has a bad habit of thinking it is a toy and playing with it. So it might not be in here because whenever she sees it, baby, oh, it's not in here. I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna show y'all tomorrow when I come live. But I think I might actually have a really good little stick that I can use to be tapping. But all right, y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all soon. Bye. Good night, peace. Good night, Ronnie Q, if you're still here. And to whoever else is in my bushes. Toodles.